Now we're ready to do the partition plan. So we have here the partition plan after we have demolished all of the things that are uh, in the interior. We're going to add first our walls. So we would like to create also layers for our new proposed partition plan. Remember, we would like to have a copy of the as-built, the demolition plan, and now the proposed plan. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to go back to our CAD file, and here we're going to create a copy of this layer or layout. So we'll create a copy of this, click OK, and we're going to name this as uh, partition plan, or we'll just say PP, our proposed plan. So for this one, we do want to create another layer. So this will be our A01 partition or proposed plan, okay? So partition plan. And we're going to use color yellow for this, okay? Click OK. That's where our lines will go. So partition plan, and then we also need another layer for our dimensions. So we'll just say A01, and then you do want to say part, so we can create filters, okay? And then this will be our wall, okay? Something similar to that. Uh, we do have our wall already. So maybe this will be our wall, and the partition plan, we can rename this. So rename this to we'll just say part, and then dim. Okay. So this is where our dimensions will go, and that should be color red. Okay. What else do we need? We need some text, I think. So if we look at our uh, partition plan, we need text for this. Okay, so add text, and we're going to say layers, new A01 part, and then we'll say text. Okay, color for our text will be red as well. Okay, so we'll start with the wall. We'll make that current, and then we need to, oops, we'll make that current, and then we need to make our wall or our demolition layers invisible. So we're going to freeze our demolition text. Okay. Oops, sorry. We need to be in the viewport. Okay, as we do that. So demolition text. There you go. Demolition. The walls, the text. Okay. There you go. So again, we have a clear area for us to work on our wall. Okay, so I'm going to put this partition plan on the left side of the screen so I can see that. And from here, we need a wall from the edge to the center at 15 and 2 and 116. Okay, so we'll offset this. Going to maximize this again, viewport maximization, and then we'll say offset by 15 feet and dash or no dash. 2, then we say dash. 1/16. Enter. That's how you type that value. Okay. So it's click here and it goes up to that point. Nice. Okay, then we're going to hit spacebar to end the offset command and spacebar again to start it. And I think the interior walls are, if I remember correctly, was 4.5. Okay, we need to double check that. Okay, so we'll check. Uh, Maybe one way to check is just to turn this on again. A01 demolition. Okay, let's turn that on. And I just like to double check. So measure this. DI is the shortcut key for distance. So yep, that's 4.5. Always verify if you're not 100% sure. I was, but I did want to check. Okay, so 4.5. So we'll offset by 4 dash 1/2, but we do want it at the center of this line. So we'll say divided by 2. Let's see if that will work. Oops, it doesn't want that. Okay, so uh, apparently the math will not work with fraction. So AutoCAD is a little bit confused. So we'll say 2 1/4. That's half of 4.5. So offset by 2-1/4. Okay, enter. So we'll offset that on both sides. Okay, so that's our initial wall. Okay, and then we'll do one from here to there that is 8 feet 8 and 1/8. Okay, so again I'm going to offset this by 8 feet 8-1/8. Okay, turn, and this one goes, I think it's more than that. Oh, this is only for the wall going here. Yes. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to fillet this from this middle line to that. And we're going to add another one. 4, 5 and 1/4, I believe, or something like that. It's too small, but 5 and 1/4 is enough. Okay, we'll see. I'll try to copy this. And I'll try to see if I can get a bigger value number. Okay, I think it's 5 and 1/4. Okay, yes. Okay, so we'll offset this. Oops. We'll offset this by 4 feet 5-1/4. Okay, so from here to there, and that's where our other line will be located. Okay, so okay, and we'll see. From here to the wall is 12 feet. So, and the offset command, restart it by hitting spacebar again. And the offset distance is 12 feet this time. Okay, so it's 12 feet from here to there. Okay, and then we'll offset this by 2-1 1/4. Yeah, 1/4. Okay. So this is 2 and 1/4 to the top, 2 and 1/4 down. This as well, 2 and 1/4 up, 2 and 1/4 down. This is 2 and 1/4 to the left and 2 and 1/4 to the right. Okay. Now I'm going to extend this. So trim, TR, hold down the shift key to extend. There you go. And this one as well. Hold down the shift key to extend. And then enter or space bar. Now we're going to issue the fillet command. Fillet, okay. Fillet this too. Okay, space bar. And fillet this too. Okay. Now we're going to fillet this too. So F, fillet is two walls to connect. Okay, space bar to repeat the fillet command. Fillet this too. Okay, there you go. And then from here, I'm just going to create a line to extend this. Oops. I think my line or my layer is hidden or uses the hidden line type. So we need to change that to continuous or solid line. Okay, there you go. Okay, from here, I can offset this by this much. Okay, so from here to there, that much. Okay, so AutoCAD will measure the 2 points that I have created. So I'm going to offset that. And then I can fillet the two. So F, fillet this two. And then again, fillet this two. Okay. Now I can create my doors later here. So there'll be a door here. And then we can create this area here. So there's a 2 feet, or sorry, 5 feet, 2 and 9/16. Wow. Okay. So by, oops, offset by 5 feet, 2 dash 9/16. Okay. So this line will be, oops, offset up to there. And we need to offset that by, well, we'll make the center lines first. Okay, so next is 2 feet 6 inches. So offset this by 2 feet 6 inches. Enter. Okay, up to there. Okay, there's a wall here. And let's do that wall. Okay, so trim. Hold down the shift key. That extends that. And then we can create this wall right here. And it goes, sorry, starts here. Okay, this is where we're going to place the bathtub. Okay, so from here, we need to offset this by, I think we'll do the offset again. So that's 5. So we need a 2 feet 9 and 7/16. So offset this by 2 feet 9-7/16. Okay. So from here to there. Okay, so this is where our door will be. Okay, and then from here, we have a 6 feet 8 and 1/2. Okay, so offset that by 6 feet 8 dash 1/2. So from here to there. Okay. Now we're ready to do our walls, wall thickness. So that will be an offset of 2 dash 1/4. Okay. So we need to do that for this one here. And then we need to do that for this one here. Okay. And then we need to do that for this one here. And this one as well. Yes. Okay. Now we're ready to trim, extend. So TR, hold down the shift key, extend that twice. Oops, more. Okay. This one as well, we need to actually extend that. So click twice to extend. And then, okay, this is where our door will be. So this is like we can place a cabinet here or maybe some shaft. Okay. Uh, and then we need to trim this. Okay, so we'll trim this. We can trim that. Uh, we can trim this. Okay, we know we don't need that. Oops, sorry, not that. Undo. We need to trim this and this. Okay. And we can trim erase, right? So that's really beautiful. Trim erase. So now we can do that. Trim erase. So we'll trim erase that. And then from here, we can trim erase this. This as well. Okay. So we can trim this. And yeah, we can erase that. We're going to erase this part actually. So this one here will trim. And for this one, we'll trim this. Okay. And there. Now here, we need to erase this. We don't need that. So I'm going to now go here and try to trim this. So trim this. Okay, this one here, we can trim that for now. So there's a little clarity on what we're doing. And then we can trim erase this one here. Okay. Trim erase that. And this one as well. Okay. So we'll clean it up a little bit more. Okay. And I can erase that. I can now, I might need this line for the dimension. Okay, so let's not delete that actually. So thinking about it, we actually need some of those lines to get the midpoint. So let me undo. Yeah, so I should not have deleted those lines here. So I need those lines for my, well, I could have said the mid between 2 points. I forgot, but that's okay. I'll use that line instead. So I don't need to do a shift right click and then mid between 2 points. So instead, I'm just going to trim this. Oops, not trim that. Fillet. I think I need to use the fillet command now. So space bar and then F. So let's connect this to here. Okay, space bar, connect this to here. Okay, and this one, okay, space bar to repeat the command. Okay, and then this two, maybe trim instead, not those two. So escape. Let's go here. This one I think I can trim. Okay. That one I can trim. And this one I can trim. Okay. Just trim those. And then from here, I think I can extend this. No, not necessarily. I can trim this. So little cleanup. Trim this. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to use that line, but I can trim this. Okay, I have a copy of that line already. And then I can erase this too. Okay, so just erase those two lines. Okay, now from here, I can trim this. Okay, trim those two. And then we're almost ready to add our doors. So trim those two. Okay, that's good. And then from here, I think that's our floor plan. Yep, that's our floor plan. Next, we're going to be adding the doors. So doors will use our number 2 door. Okay, and let's check. Our number 2 door has a size of 3 feet. Okay, so we'll center that here. So let's see. Uh, so we want to have the center of this door. Okay, so I'm just going to say okay. So how do you do the center? So one way of doing it is trimming this to this line here. Okay. So I trim that and I can now get the center by using the midpoint option. Mid. Okay. And then offset that by 3 feet divided by 2, or I think I need to say 1 feet 6 inches. 1 feet 6 inches. Okay. Offset that here, offset that here. Okay, that's where my door will be. Okay, so I'll say trim. Okay, trim that. And I can erase that. I should trim this. Okay, great. So I'm going to now, I think I can do something like this. I'm going to trim this. Okay, and mirror this. Okay, so I'm going to mirror. Let's see. My mirror line will be the middle of this. I think that should work. So I'm going to mirror this two and this two as well. Okay, mirror those two, and then will be my mirror line, and there it is. Okay, I actually didn't need the other one, but we'll see. I can delete that. So mirror, no, I don't need that. I should not duplicate or create a double line when I can simply fillet this too. Okay, that's a better way of doing it. And fillet this too. Oops, I think there's an extra line here. So delete that. and then fillet this too. There. And fillet this too here. Okay. And then this one here, I can just add a line. There you go. So we now have an opening for that door. And then this one here, uh, we'll just use this distance to be consistent. So DI, that distance is 6 and 3/8. So I'm going to offset this by 6 dash 3/8. Okay. And then trim extend. Okay, and trim. Okay, then offset that by 3 feet. And then trim. Okay, there's our opening there. And then we need another opening. Do we? Nope, we don't. Okay, so we're now ready to do our doors next. I'm leaving the center line for my dimension. So let's see, minimize, and that's what we have. Okay, so maybe I'll uh, put this somewhere in the center. Oops, I think it is locked. So pan this and center it. Okay, nice. Okay, that's our partition plan. So those are the walls, and the next thing that we're going to do are the doors.